Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I'm here because I am a child of Woodlawn. I was born and raised in Woodlawn. And I'm speaking on behalf of the people that are here and the ones that's not here, the ones that's at work and couldn't make it here. We are very disappointed in this decision that Mayor Lightfoot has made to place these migrants in our community without our permission.
Shame.
Mayor Lightfoot would never pull this type of thing in anyone's neighborhood. She would not drop off a busload of Haitians in Little Village. She would not drop off a busload of black people in Chinatown.
Never.
She would not drop off a busload of black people up north.
Never.
So it's time for Mayor Lightfoot to understand we will no longer be disrespected by you, ma'am. Please withdraw your decision to put the migrants in our community. There's plenty of room in Little Village for their people.
That's
Please speak to Little Village and take them over there. We're not hating on anyone, but we are loving on Woodlawn.
That's right.
As well, we already are struggling with the issue of fentanyl in our communities. We don't need anything else to add to the struggles that we already have. If there is a lack of resources in our community, we don't need anyone else to come in and suck those up.
That's right.
We're tired, Miss Lightfoot. We're tired, and we will not be voting for you. Thank you.
Really? Really?
Do you know that we owe Ukrainians reparations for building and defending this nation? Oh, my bad. I meant to say Black Americans. Notice how there was not one study, not one hearing needed before sending billions of dollars to Ukrainians, nor any other group. Yet, when the topic of reparations for the descendants of American slaves is mentioned, we get told a motley of excuses. And I know some of you want to blame the Republicans, but it is for the Democrats that Black Americans vote 85 to 95%. And the Democrats have been complicit in their neglect of Black Americans as well. Maybe it's time we elect politicians that are actually going to fight for us. Maybe it's time we do something different, something better. Join me in getting us not just better, but the best. Join me in this fight. Thank you.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
you're tired of being censored on social media, join 60s.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated, and we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM cotton crew neck, the Fearless Ancestors tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net. Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Bastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Just 1 second, because it sounds like right before I was to come on, my computer did something real janky. Not sure what's going on with my mic. Hopefully I'm back. Can y'all hear me? But like I said, welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And this is the weekly wrap up. And hopefully my mic will be working just fine. I'm not sure what's going on. All of a sudden, now it's just extremely weird. I mean, like, soon as like everything's playing just fine, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, bam, here we got a problem. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully everybody is matter of fact, let me just keep that up. Hopefully everybody's doing well this evening. On this first weekly wrap up of the year. So welcome to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. The sound is good. Yes. What was happening is my mic was, for some reason, it's saying was disconnecting. So now it looks like we're good. Unseasoned collard greens. Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. So tonight, we're going to talk about the Retusase run that Dr. Kennie put on. So we're going to talk to her in a little bit for a brief little bit. And then we're going to talk about the other news that is going on. Today is the anniversary. It is the anniversary. It is The anniversary of January 6th, the day where the typical dominant society, and I will say typical dominant because people like to use words like friends groups, and no, this is your dominant society at work. There are too many employers in this environment to consider anything to be fringe. So, with that being said, this is January 6th. And so we shall never forget, as they say, right? Never forget. That's what they tell us. So we will talk about that. And then, I was meaning to do a separate video on the collard greens, but, I recognize that, again, it further ties into what I want to talk about. Because we're talking about what we are looking at going forward. One of the things that's happened is today, they just came out with I believe, Alzheimer's. They're saying they got a breakthrough Alzheimer's drug. Family, out of all days, today they are saying they have a breakthrough Alzheimer's drug. Has anybody seen the rise of the Planet Apes? That's why I always talk about, I always wanted to be Caesar. Like they always say, think of if you could, you get in these different circles of conversation and, as an exercise of team building, what superhero would you want to be? And it's like, no, not a superhero, but I look at this individual as a superhero. Like I said, Caesar from Planet of the Apes, if you've watched that. Well, if you have watched the very first movie to where Caesar actually basically becomes, and not everybody basically comes to that rise, the thing that actually makes him smart is a Alzheimer medicine. That's literally what that's about. So I just couldn't help but notice, like, extremely interesting timing. But, over here in the grassroots and the new black media, we pay attention to everything. As much as you can. But, yeah. Among other things that are going on around the world that I'm not necessarily discussing here, certain events that may happen, not necessarily on land. So we will go ahead and get ready to greet and see who we got in the chat so far. We have Capricornus. Welcome. Hey. Judah Queen in the house. All right. One who cares. Good evening. Cyberdyne 100. Good evening. Kid Gravity Beyond. What's going on, my brother? Dark skinned brother, what's going on? Cult-like personality. Hello. Iron Malt Gordon, what's going on, brother? Yes, indeed. Project Leroy. Yes, indeed. Lady FR, welcome. All right. Oh, Capricornus, my birthday was on the 2nd. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Welcome. So y'all give our sister a happy birthday shout out in the chat. She has made it another go around. So peace, blessings, and protection and power and happiness be up on you on your birthday, as well as prosperity. So I hope you are enjoying your birthday week. This is 2023. Hopefully it's been treating you well so far. And thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, y'all can show us some birthday love in the chat. It is all right. Let me get these banners cracking. Get this going. Get my stuff here on the screen. All right. So as y'all saw the first video of the things that are going on in even Chicago, people are being bussed and flooded in here at the same time. Joe Biden has now issued a basically a stay your ass at home message for Cubans, Haitians. Now, you know what's kind of interesting with the Haitian part is that there's a whole another island there. Well, a whole nother side of that same island. But Haitians, no, I did not say Siri. Haitians, yeah, you need not head this way anymore. Oh, and if you're from Nicaragua, yeah, you too. Don't worry about heading this way. So that's letting you know what time it is. You are getting an early education of what time it is. So with that being said, it looks like let me see. Let me get out of this screen. All right. It looks like we have our guest of this evening here. I don't know if you want to is that the name you want to use? If you want to change that handle, you can. Before I bring you up, I see that. I don't know if that's a name you are comfortable with people seeing. I just want to make sure, sis. So if you can hear me, if you want to change that name, I'll give you a quick second. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. So with that being said, again, this is the weekly wrap up, and we are bringing to the stage our sister, Dr. Kennie, to talk about the Retusese run that y'all know. I'm sure y'all have seen the hashtag. If you guys watch Great Black Shark, you have seen the commercials and the ads that he was doing for it. So she is here today to talk to us about basically do a brief recap and and definitely so you guys can participate with our sister in the future. So with that being said, real quick, we're going to take this real quick break, and then we will be right back with our sister, Dr. Kennie. So this again is the weekly wrap up. Thank y'all for being here.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly and Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Dr. Kennie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. How are you doing, my sister?
I'm doing well, and thank you for sharing your space with me. I appreciate it very much. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we first things first. Thank you for giving us your time to come and share what you have already done. You have we've seen some of the pictures. I know if those who are looking at the hashtag or just hit it, if you see the hashtag, you'll go see all the things attached to this particular event. So again, shout out to you, sister. So props to you. With that being said, of course, let's get this part out the way. Are you a actual doctor?
I am a doctor of pharmacy. Yes, not of medicine, but doctor of pharmacy. Yes, I am.
All right. Because how people, because that's the comments that come later. Man, hey, man, how do we know?
Yeah, of
So
course.
out of the way. Let me ask this first question. What inspired you to even go into that field of medicine or pharmacy rather?
Yes, well, actually, I've always had like a strong desire to learn about chemistry, mixing things, drugs, and also it's a, a respectable profession for the community, something that everyone can use. So,
Hmm.
and you can make an impact socially and financially. So,
I agree. I totally agree. Well, that thank you. Um, what what inspired you to do the? Well, first off, what is the Areta run?
okay, yes. So awesome. Thank you for that question. Yeah, erectus say, we all know it comes from for those who may not know. So we'll just say it that way. It comes from the Tut language. Erectus means arise, in the Tut language. And during this time, we're celebrating our ancestors who escaped bondage around the Christmas holiday when the policies were more relaxed, and also celebrating the different slave revolts that happened on United States soil. And during that time, we're sharing things like we are sharing information such as books with one another. And I thought that this would be a great way, in the spirit of honoring our ancestors, that we focus on diet, exercise, healthy lifestyle. And I always say, our ancestors were people that worked. These people were physically fit.
Right.
So, yeah, because
Absolutely.
because they had to work, and so
Absolutely.
exactly, and so I thought it would be a great way to honor them by arising to the occasion. That was the time that they had to escape.
Hmm.
So we should be at our best in that time. And I always think when we, like during the Urban run, as we prepare, as we exercise and focus, at the end of the event, we know that we're going to go home. Our ancestors, when they flee, they didn't know where they were going to go. They didn't know what was in store. So if this is, what they had to go through, we can build ourselves up to that point and then celebrate them. And I thought a
Mm.
run would be a great way to do, to communicate as a family, to, as to help get everyone on
Yeah.
code. Because, like when you're like I don't want to necessarily say like an army, but if we're thinking,
But a family.
yeah,
It's a
exactly.
family
Like,
unit.
yeah, if we're working collectively, we're all on the same accord and we're exercising, doing things that are healthy. I thought, and especially under the umbrella of Nyan Pharmacy, which is
Mm.
not having a physical location yet, but still providing health and drug information. If that's kind of like something I could give back to the community before I even
Mm.
open the doors and say, this is what I'm about. I'm about supporting
Mm.
the community, providing healthy lifestyle. As much as you give to me, I'm always going to give back. So I always want to just start out giving.
Mm. Great answer. Thank you so much. So I guess that answers pretty much my question on what inspired you as well. Um, so with the event that it actually took, what was the date of the event when it took place?
Oh, sure. Yeah. The event, December the 17th. And I definitely wanted to make sure that it was far enough away from all of the other Christmas festivities, and also
Hmm.
far enough away from the actual day of the Eretusise holiday. So, people would be able
Hmm.
to have time with their families. And if people wanted to travel, there would not be, any conflicts, hotels, things like that. So, kind of
Right.
tried to be strategic with the holiday as well. I mean, with the date of the event as well. So, that was the
Right.
run. That was the date of the actual run. Yes.
So so with the run, I saw on Instagram like you had, or actually on Twitter, I think Twitter and Instagram for that matter. You had a lot of people. You had even had Dr. Umar show up, and then you had a few other people, I think, speak, didn't you? Because I saw a few people on the mic. I know I saw you. I saw Dr. Umar, and then I seen a few other people. So it looked like you had a pretty moving event.
Yeah, it was great. And I was so glad that Dr. Umar was able to come through and, bless us with his contribution. He actually came on two separate events. He came on the
Mm,
pre-event to, discuss things about our children and how we can advocate for them. And then he
hmm.
actually came the day of the run also. So two events he
Nice.
was there. And also we had what is it? Billboard charting and award nominated singer, gospel singer as well. Um, Gerard Holmes, and he came
Mm.
through and sang the national anthem, and well, the national Negro anthem, and I cried like a baby
Gotcha.
throughout the whole throughout the whole song. It was so moving. It was just really great that he was there. So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. No, man, this sounds like a dope event. Um, so
thank you. Yeah, it
again,
was great.
yeah, from what I've seen and then everything that I've heard, that sounded like that was a very good event. So again, congratulations and props to you for this. Um, I guess let me see. My next question would be, what? Oh, you said because you had the pre-event. So you basically had two events. Now, is there another event attached to this after the run? Because I was looking at some of the posters, so I'm kind of unclear. So forgive me
No,
for
no
not
problem.
knowing. But I know there was two events. Were there three events in total?
There were just two.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
there are two
so just two.
events. But okay, so I think what you're probably looking at is the event that was the night before, that was Dr. Umar's lecture, and then we actually had the run.
Okay,
We had the run, and then after the run, Dr. Umar spoke again. So that's probably why it looks like you see three events.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
okay, got it. So with that, where is the because I'm assuming that this will be happening again next year.
Yes, and I'm super excited. The first event was it's just like a trial and error. Didn't really know how to, get it going, but I just was like, you know what? I can do this.
Mhm.
Spirit said, "All right, Kenny,
You
let's
did
do
it.
it." And I'm like, "Hold up. I don't know how to do this stuff." Like, hold up, what did you get me into? I don't know how to do any of this stuff. It's like, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Just, you
Right.
just get out there and do it and I'll tell you what to do. And
Mm. All right.
yeah, so and I just had to be, confident in that. But next year, 2020, well, this year, 2023 is gonna be so dope. I have, so many great ideas for it, and I'm just, hoping that Spirit will guide me to execute everything the way that it will honor our ancestors. So
Mm.
yeah, but
All
it's gonna be
right.
again this year. This year it's gonna be December the 15th and the 16th because I believe that falls on a Friday and a Saturday. Yep.
Okay.
And it's going to have a different theme, but we're still going to be honoring our ancestors. And more information about that is going to come rolling out a little as we get a little bit closer. But
Right.
I just figure maybe give everybody a break.
No, no doubt, no doubt. That's usually. I mean, you take a season off. You know,
Exactly.
so you're in the planning phase. So I got it.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
so with that being said, with with the event for next year, what I'm not sure if you have a location, but what if you could give a general location for the physical run if people wanted to participate, or because I know it was a virtual run as well, so you had because I saw different people, especially on Instagram, uh, different people that weren't at that couldn't technically make your run, but were running with you virtually and then posting their runs on
Yes.
Instagram. So yeah, if you could explain that part.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, of course. Virtual run, I wanted to add that as a component to this event as well because we have the family is nationwide. And so I wanted
Hmm.
everyone to be able to participate. And so with the virtual run, you can still participate, still have the shirt, still have
Hmm.
the medal, the bib, the finisher certificate that only the
Mm.
participants, will get. Still have the opportunity to upload your finishing time and your photos up with the website, and also go ahead and share them with Instagram, Twitter. Use the hashtag, and just to be included with the rest of the family in the event. I wanted everyone who wanted to participate to have that opportunity. And also next year we'll be doing more, using more social media to
Hmm.
actually bring those make it more personable, the actual live event for the for virtual participants. We did some things this year as far as
Hmm.
going live when we could from the event, but like I said,
Right.
with this being the second, the second time, we have a little bit more experience, know how the team works, and just want to be able to bring the family in.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
thanks.
Now, something else I noticed, and this is something I also have to commend you on because a lot of times this we try to do everything by ourselves, and then we try to go to the typical sources that we're used to. What you did is actually got sponsors. So I noticed that you had sponsors, and Wawa is that's like a grocery chain, isn't it?
Yeah, Wawa is actually gas station. It
Oh
here, but
wow.
they have food. They have
Hmm.
Wawa is a great. They have food, especially places that like food deserts. They have nice quality food. And
Mm,
it's a nice clean environment. So yeah, they were really great as far as contributing to the event. So
nice, nice. So yeah, I mean that's it sounds like in everything I saw for everybody who participated, it looked like you were really able to galvanize just by yourself quite a bit. And like I said, when I see people sponsoring things, I'm like, okay, that I know that's not necessarily easy, especially in something that, especially in the South, might be looked at as kind of controversial when you think about the meaning behind the Reticesa. So
yeah.
it's that, again, props to you for being able to bring positive, strong black presence to a marketable situation, even. So again, that's another thing that, because people are obviously, we don't necessarily take a vow of poverty. And you're not necessarily making money off of, like, this isn't making money off of the movement. But no, but nonetheless, this is something that helps people get focused in on tuning up their bodies, being in the mind of being prepared for the occasion. So I see this as a grand thing, and I can only see it getting bigger. So again, congratulations to you, and good luck to you with everything that you do.
Well,
Um,
thank. I'm sorry.
oh no, no, no. I'll just have one last question. Where can everyone find you?
Okay,
I did
sure.
put your YouTube information in the description. I will further make sure that I put everything else I got. But if you want to put whatever links you have in this chat, you are more than welcome to go ahead and do so. But you got it,
Okay.
sis.
All right. Yes, and I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate those compliments, but I can't, just say that it was all me. I first have to say thank you to Spirit and ancestors who encouraged me throughout the whole way, letting me know that things that I didn't think that I could do, showing me and guiding me throughout the way. So I have to say thank you to that. I have to say thank you to the Great Back Shark, because he was very encouraging along the process. So I say thank you for that. And also, just to everyone who shared the post, tweeted it. Thank you for bringing me on to have me to recap. So, and also to all of our sponsors. So I want to say, thank you about for that. I wouldn't have been able to have a successful event without the people who supported it. So that,
Hmm.
and also, you can find us, Arutise Run at ARUTISUSE Run. That's on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. And also the website eroticisserun.com. That's going to be up throughout the year. We actually have a link for the event page from the website. So if you go to the actual website, click on the event page, and it'll take you towards the registration. And we'll be using that again next year. We'll be using that same link. So also, we will be at um, the FBA Expo in Dallas in some capacity, providing information. We'll have a booth there as well. So, and I hope, if you're there, please come check out our booth. We're definitely going to always be trying to make sure that we are providing information that's going to empower and be helpful, to the community.
Thank you so much. And again, congratulations and props to you.
Thank you so
So
much.
so yes, indeed. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing this moment to recap your event. And man, I'm I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad that it came upon you to be inspired to move in that direction. And again, not that anyone should take what, hey, I want to do what she did, but take a note from the inspiration to which she moved on. And if there's something that you can do that can do the same thing, but maybe in a different lane, hey, I hope that this was inspirational to you. So once again, thank you, Dr. Kenny.
All righty. You all
You,
have a good night, Black family. Thank you. Thanks again, Beatzilla.
thank you so much. You have a blessed night, my sister.
You too. Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right, all right. Dr. Kenny. So yeah, shout out to that sister. Appreciate her. So once again, you are in tune to the Beatzilla PDX official show, and this is the weekly wrap up.
Living off borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me get these off up in here. Yeah. Retta Susse Run. That is dope. Dope, dope, dope. So shout out to that sister, man. So we have a few things to discuss. Mainly, mainly we are celebrating the anniversary of January 6th. But see, something else we need to look at is how they are doing Young Thug, y'all. I don't know if you guys are watching this. I can't wait. I gotta. Boy, somebody need to put it in the chat. Remind me, make another eye appointment. Oh Lord. My next lenses will not have a reflection, I hope. Get them good clear ones because I can't stand the glare. So check this out. This young thug situation, man, is getting horrible. They are. I mean, hey, man, I ain't, don't get me wrong. You condoning this and condoning. I ain't condoning crime, but if you had to do all of this because the charges on this man was extremely whack and weak, what you needed to do, like the way they are doing this, is just the most jankiest ever. They only have him on the RICO charge without anybody telling on him. He has no charges. Like there's no case against that man that could stick. But I mean, not only are they putting him in all kind of positions, and then they're adding the lyrics. Like, so basically the lyrics are also state's witness. Listen, man, this is horrible, family.
Titled Slime Shit, where the lyrics state, hey, this is that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit. Hey, killing 12 shit. Hey, fuck a jail shit. Hey, cooking white brick. I'm not new to this. Hey, so I'm not new to this. Hey, I'm so true to this. Hey, I done put up a whole slime of 100 licks. Slime or get slime. I'm in the VIP and I got that pistol on my hip. You praying that you live. I'm praying that I hit. Hey, this that slime shit. Fuck the police. Fuck them in a high speed. 100 rounds in a Tahoe. I'm prepared to take them down. Got banana clips for all these niggas acting monkey. This, that slime shit. This, that mob shit. Fuck the judge, YSL. This, that mob life, an overt act in furtherance.
That's
Family, I can't say that it's right. But Young Thug is finna get every bit of them 300 years. They doing that. Really? The lyrics are state's witnesses now? And you got to flip it. So this was you in the song, right? That they were talking about? Yeah. So you were robbing women? Yeah. Wow. 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 Man, he's in trouble, y'all. Yeah, Goodwill Johnson, every bit. Every bit. I mean, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's sad, man. Yeah, they with with them turning state's witness, and then you're using lyrics as state witness. Oh man, no, he gonna do every bit of them 300 years. No, he ain't gonna do them. He gonna get them. Cause ain't nobody living 300 years. But wow. I mean, man, they got this cat on these the brick wall express, man. There's nowhere but down. It's no way up. Oh, they always configuring a way to destroy us. Oh, you already better know. And see, the one thing they do is they'll let that hole be dug. They'll let you dig that hole. Then they come on in and be like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a little bit of this. Get on off up in this system now. We got you. We got you. So let's see. Oh, man, Man, there's a crazy situation going on. I think this is it. No, it's not. Where is it at? Because this kid, y'all heard of the shooting that happened in Virginia? Like this, I seen there's like a 6-year-old is in custody. A 6-year-old is in custody? This must be it. Oh, I did not mean to do that there. Get that over here. The 6-year-old in Virginia went to the school and shot. Oh, there we go. and shot his teacher. I don't know what the current condition is. As I knew beforehand, problem. Hold on. I guess beforehand they had some issues, but I would imagine, I don't know what the hell happened though. This 6-year-old boy went to the school and just shot this woman. Okay, we're having an issue getting that in here. Let me see if I can get that in here. And so I guess he's in custody. I'm not sure what his charges are at the moment. But I found that mighty crazy. This is. See if this is it. Let's see if this will load. Oh, it won't. I don't know what's going on. Something wrong with this video. Something is wrong with my video. Oh, well. Nonetheless, I guess we'll keep an eye on that story. Because that is pretty interesting. Let's see. Where do I want to go next? Because we got quite a few videos about January 6th to hit. But before we get there, let's do this. Let's do this. So, my last broadcast, of course, we talked about Dana White and how Dana White is not getting the Ray Rice treatment for virtually the exact same situation. And, I played a video of Stephen A. Smith. I guess he was doing a TikTok video, basically trying to come out splaining for the man. Well, he, of course, I guess the paymaster said, you get your butt up on TV and you go make good for this man. Yeah.
Address subjects like this. We have to maintain consistency in pointing out you do not put your hands on a woman if you are a man. You do not do it. Dana White knows that. And, all I can say is that, again, he has spoken out against men who put their hands on women before, and whatever punishment you would exact under these circumstances to somebody else is what he should apply to himself. But I love him.
I could see him doing something even stricter just because he's the leader, and he's the leader of men. So to your point, not just what's enacted to a fighter, but maybe a little stiffer.
Sure.
Because he's the head. I just want to say a couple of things. They talked about being drinking heavily. Yeah. When you're under the influence, not shining moments, often people don't make their best decisions. So in that sense, it's a cautionary tale. Yep. And in terms of it being an isolated incident, I've known Dana since I was 22. I have the utmost respect for him. Yes. And I don't judge people by their worst moment. I agree with you on that punishment part. And the other piece that I just want to say, as a woman, it was also his wife's hands on him. So no one should be putting their hands on anyone.
Okay.
Male, female, female, male.
Well,
Is that what you heard for Ray Rice? Right, Judah Queen. Wow, hypocrisy. Yeah, yeah. And then, just look at them. I'm somber, and I have to get out here and apologize for this man because this is what I do. I just got to make sure the people are comfortable with him because he doesn't need to lose any type of money. He don't need to lose no worry. I mean, he's just a man, and men make mistakes. So, we don't want to cause him no trouble. I mean, he has a family, and the wife, she was at risk too. I mean, she has a part to play in this. So, we just can't seriously just look at condemning one person. I mean, because really, if we start doing this, then where does it end? With the next black athlete, and then you'll continue right back on that train again. Kyrie Irving posted a link. This man over here punched his wife. Oh, by the way, shout out to YouTube because you guys said that video, because of Dana White's incident, was not monetizable. But y'all let me know if that video shows up on other monetized videos. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let me see what we got to chat. We did have some many folks. Let me see. Because I was in the middle of my interview with our good sister. And again, shout out to our sister, Dr. Kennie, for the Oretta Sase run. So y'all go hit them links. They are in the chat. Cult-like personality, Cynthia Newman, of course, Nyan Beauty, Goodwill Johnson, what's going on? Teresa Simpson. This is awful. Ain't that the truth?
Well, you're absolutely right. I don't disagree. I have nothing to add other than I just think it's important that if you're going to sit on this platform, you owe it to your audience to be honest, to be honest and forthcoming. Dana White is not just somebody I know in sports, nor you. He's a friend.
Yeah.
I love him. And I just wish the best for him and his family. And, he knows, he knows how wrong he was to do this. And he knows that we're on this air. He knew ahead of time because I reached out to him to let him know I would be talking about this morning.
So I reached out to him. That's what this man is talking about. He reached out to him? Really? Okay. I hate.
He knows that he crossed a line that he has never crossed before and that he swears he will never cross again. And he's incredibly ashamed of himself. And that's just where we are right now. So
I'm not a part of the whole cancel culture, and I don't judge people by their worst moment. Yeah. And he has a beautiful family.
Yes, he does.
And I wish the best.
Oh, Lord. Lord. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Wow. All right. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Going. Where's this video at? Ah, there it is. There it is. And I'm sure y'all probably saw this. I think Kid Gravity did a broadcast about this video as well. But I find this interesting when we're starting to hear the terminology that we use as a collective, foundational Black American, and then talk about the experience and be able to explain it and articulate it without it becoming some other type of form of miscommunication. But check this out.
Up your trip to the Dominican Republic if it's all true. The U.S. Embassy there is officially putting out a warning for dark-skinned Black travelers. According to the embassy, the country's migration agents could mistake Black Americans or other people with dark skin tones for Haitian immigrants. And if you leave your passport at the resort, you could even be detained. My next guest here on The Factor.
I mean, boy, now it almost seems like, you have a lot of people dogpiling on the Haitians right now, huh? What does that say? The Dominican Republic is deporting Haitians, and America is turning Haitians, Cubans, and Nicaraguans away. So basically, all of you Afro-Latinos, don't worry about coming here, which basically also kind of solidifies the fact that they're about to make Puerto Rico a state. So yeah, they're at their Afro-Latina quota with how the future is playing out here. So yeah, if they add, because they're moving forward with that idea of trying to make Puerto Rico a state. Now, yeah, something to keep in mind. So the Haitians, they'll probably be getting, if there's any Haitians in Puerto Rico, they'll probably be getting sent up out of there pretty soon too. But the DR is literally on the same island as Haiti. So I mean, that's inter-island beef. They ain't even fooling with y'all. Like, y'all get back to y'all side of the island. Damn.
Uncensored, Fox 26 photographer Tori Walker and attorney Dennis Sperling, both of them spend regular time in the Dominican Republic. Glad to have you both here. So, Tori, when you heard this, you and I talked over the weekend, and you didn't put much weight into it because you know what the complexion of that country is. So your thoughts on this?
Well, most of their dollars come from tourism, people coming in to vacation there. So to do anything that would hurt that, I think, would be counterproductive to, the way that they make their money. So I just don't put too much credence into it.
And Dennis, you spend a lot of time there as well. And when you hear that they may be going after dark-skinned individuals because they don't want Haitians in that country, that crosses a line into intra-racial racism.
Right.
So your thoughts on that?
Yeah, here's the only issue with that, though. They're still dark-skinned Dominicans. They're still dark-skinned Dominicans. I think they are aesthetically, visibly different if you look at the people that are on those islands, but there's dark Dominicans. Yeah.
Well, Isaiah, usually I come here and I'm able to have fun and talk to you and your audience, but, this is a very serious issue. And as a Black American, as a foundational Black American, I don't want to put myself into the lived experiences of either a Haitian person, a citizen, or a Dominican citizen. Now, I lived in the Dominican Republic. I've watched the news there. I've interacted with folks from there. I understand that there's a lot of history that goes on between these two countries. They fought wars against each other. There's sports competition. But on top of that, if you watch the news, there's a lot of bad press about Haitian immigrants. I saw a news report where, and this is several years back, where a young Dominican woman had her arms cut off by a Haitian man who she rebuffed his advances. There are stories that go around the countryside where, you know, the immigrants come there and then get jobs and they end up killing the people in the fincas or the Dominican owners of the property. So there's a lot that we don't know. The main thing is, as a foundational Black American, it's not my job. As an American, it's not my job to be the police of the rest of the world. We tried that.
Did y'all hear that? I have to agree, brother. It is not our job to police the rest of the world. Absolutely, it is not. Did y'all hear that? Yeah, for sure. It is not. Ooh-wee, I'm glad he said that too, because, you know, as a foundational Black American, that is not our job. We have enough janky conditions right now that we need to focus on fixing. And that's okay. To shame somebody for worrying about their own group is ridiculous. I'm going to sit up here and have some kind of, hold your own nuts. Absolutely. We're just supposed to hold some empty camaraderie with somebody that don't even mention us when they walk into a room? Man, please. Anytime they start talking about money, we are not even a thought. So, no. Brain love. What's going on? Demetria K was in the Dominican Republic. She almost got snatched up last summer. She was mistaken for a Haitian. Really? Damn. But that ain't good. Well, glad that sister's okay. Whoa, y'all got to be careful out there.
It didn't work. We have issues here in the United States. We're concerned. We got 18 people who died right here in Harris County in the lockup over the last 2 years. So we have our own issues as Black Americans that we need to deal with. And the thing is, I haven't received any outreach from any Haitians. I don't see them opening up their borders and allowing us to become citizens, dual citizens of their country. Same thing for our African countries. They're not extending these arms to us. And I'm going to tell you this, since the George Floyd incident, what I found is that Black Americans, our hearts have gone a little bit colder because we realize that there's no outlet for us and we're in it on our own. And anything that we...
See, for those who... Now, is somebody having an... Is what this brother is saying on TV? Because he's speaking the truth. We should not be worried about all these other groups' situation. Not saying we're hating on someone else's. Because here's the thing. It's not a hateful thing to worry about your own business. That's the slave mentality. You're so used to having to worry about everybody else's issues other than your own. That ain't where we at now. And it's okay. Time to be selfish. That's not a hateful thing towards anyone else. We are being selfish for ourselves. And we're going to get to the reasons why while we play these videos. Because we have culture vultures who use and pander and do all of this janky madness just to get your vote. They'll even pose as Black. Go through the motions as Black just to get you to vote for them. And then, when that doesn't work, they turn their back on you and say, don't give them nothing. Hillary Clinton. See, Terry, what is going on? Hey, family, big black first. Yes, indeed. Kamala Harris. Yes, indeed. Collard green
We achieved
girl.
in this country, we fought for it. Yeah, there is racism. There's intra-racism in South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. We dealt with that here in the United States. But the thing is, as foundational black Americans, as those black Americans who can trace our roots to Mississippi, Alabama, and these tobacco farms in North Carolina, we stayed and we fought. We didn't run. We didn't try to go to someone else's country illegally. We stayed and we fought, and we made this country what it is for us. And now you have folks coming over and doing that. But what you benefit here in the United States, that's from the hard work. It's illegal to racially profile someone in the United States. It's illegal for a cop to do that. That's a luxury of the United States, due largely in part to the hard work of foundational black Americans. So that's
what has
really
been your experience there when you have gone there? Because this is an alert from the U.S. Embassy there. It's been tension going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
So what has been your experience when you visit the Dominican Republic?
When I go there, I mainly hang with people that look like me. So I hadn't had any issues whatsoever any of my times there.
Is it possible that some of that could go on because you're not privy and you're not from there?
Oh, I'm sure it does. Yes, I've heard of it, and I'm sure it does. They're pretty harsh against Haitians in that country. That's just.
Would you guys advise any Americans to continue to go there, or would you say, right, let's just take a pause and see what happens?
I'm not changing.
You see what he tried to do there? See what he tried to do you think we could get you to kind of interject some movement in the black community to put some pressure on some folks? Because that's what you're saying when you're trying to get people to not go to the Dominican Republic. The hell you talking about? Y'all see what he did right there? He gonna sneak that one on in on you real quick. Yeah. So you think maybe people should just hold back? Oh, I'm glad that brother said that. Cult-like personality. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Said, in the time of butterflies, Haitians, tell your other Carib fam what's to come. Foundational black Americans got bigger fish to fry. I know that's right. Africans next. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, cult-like personality. Thank you for the super chat. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man, you should hold back? No. Y'all better go get where your vacation need to be.
Here's the thing. Just like I know you're a black American, or I can look at you and tell, I can look at my Nigerian brothers and Ghanaian brothers and Haitian. I can look at you and tell that you from around here. You understand what I'm saying?
They can tell by the way you walk.
They can tell. They got a different language, a different culture. They have different ways in which they communicate. They know each other. That is not our fight. That is something that exists between Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and those governments need to work that out. Americans, I've never had any issues.
But would you recommend someone going there if that's not because we could be caught in the middle of it?
Get your passport.
See, he did it again. See, there's a concerted effort right there. So now you're paying it. Catch that. That's an agenda when you're doing that, to keep trying to infer. But now we understand. Here's the other thing, though. always remember that we have that Caribbean CARICOM to which is trying to funnel money back into the Caribbean. I would just imagine in this instance, those Caribbean countries that are getting that money are not Haiti, nor Nicaragua, and of course we know that it's not Cuba. What a coincidence.
But you're saying they would recognize us.
You are going to be you're going to be in Punta Cana, you're going to be in on the North Coast in Puerto Plata, Sosúa, you're going to be in Santo Domingo. This is not your fight. They know you're American by your T-shirt.
And your recommendation for Americans?
I say go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He tried it for a third time. So what do you say to Black? Go. Yeah, shout out to that brother. Shout out to that brother. Good grief. Oh, I got a little piece of local thing, local news I got to get up here for y'all too. Totally forgot about that. His family. There was an event. There was an event here, my city, at our local college. And so what happened was, I guess they had like of some sort, and it's not necessarily a black mixer because I saw the pictures from the event. But however, this particular group is calling it the coloreds mixer, the coloreds only mixer of the sort. I'm not making this up. The coloreds mixer. Let's see. Get this here. Yeah, we gonna just take a look at this. Lord, let's see. No. Okay. Let me share this. Boy, the people in my neighborhood, man, I tell you what. People in my neighborhood, boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, let's there. Okay. All right, y'all see that, right? In fact, we need to make that bigger. I hear. Oregon Association of Scholars, National Association of Scholars. Racial segregation at Portland State and the $20,000 colored only cocktail party. Do you see the kind of ghosted words in the background that say colored only? Wait, this is issue brief number 8, January 2023. Let's see. Summary of issues. Portland State University on November 2nd, 2022 hosted a racially discriminatory community cocktail party, which is estimated to have cost at least $20,000 and had no connection to the university's research and teaching mission. The organization behind the party, Partners in Diversity, represents a new model of neo-segregation in American society that is based on core conceptions of racially specific affinity groups. Racially specific affinity groups, political virtue signaling on racial issues, and race-based spoils systems. Oh, you mean reparations? Oh, these people filed this with the state, family. So, I mean, man, be clear. When you want to know what the people really think about you, man, when they do this, race-based spoils systems. That takes the cake. Oh, the hosting of the event reflects a shift to neo-segregation as the basis of university operations at Portland State University, as seen in race-based student activities, a race-based conception of the university, and race-based procedures for university administration, teaching, and faculty hiring. Oh, so they even have an issue of, well, let me guess, the cultural department. In addition to its harmful effects on American society, you know, when they say Western society, now they're saying, in addition to its harmful effects on American society, neo-segregation is unlawful when practiced by a public sector body, violating constitutional guarantees of equal protection and injunctions against the discriminatory use of public funds. So, was this somehow, understand what they're doing. All they're doing is saying, well, this was based for the multicultural situation. Nobody said no whites. You haven't heard anywhere where they excluded any group. All you're hearing is the promotion of diversity. They are not talking about exclusion. But if you look at how they're promoting this, the title on this particular group's Twitter page is talking about the erasure of white people at Portland State University. So that's basically the great replacement theory when you're talking about erasure. They're trying to erase us. That's the great replacement theory, absolutely. By promoting a neo-segregationist vision of Portland State University, President Stephen Percy and his aides are undermining the university's viability, tarnishing its reputation, and violating their accountability to the university alumni, parents, and Oregon taxpayers. As you doing too much for the... As a $20,000 cocktail party for colored only honorees. Now, I'm sorry, family. Let me, can I zoom in on this? Let me see. Let's see. Can we zoom in on this? These people in this picture? What about this person here? This person here. I see somebody over here. Oh, yeah, they would be. I see a whole bunch of people that probably got a. He's definitely got a W on his paperwork. Up, this one definitely probably does too. Up, this one too. Oh, over there in the corner. Oh, yep. I see some hands back here. Well, wow. Yeah, that's far from coloreds only. I mean, yeah, let's get back. Can we get in here and get in here a little? Let's bring it over here some. Let's get that. There we go. I mean, they're saying coloreds only, but it's literally a white Hispanic in dead center in the front. And now you look at dude over there on the right, in the second row. You look at that hairline. Oh, I didn't even notice the sister down on the floor looking at them braids. And so the first two sisters in the front are African. Man, if y'all don't get the hell up out of here. Lord. So this is what's going on right here. So let's see. At a time of budgetary crisis, lagging performance, and growing evidence that the campus radicalism and dissuading top students from attending. Oh, you got to be kidding. Stop it. Stop. Now, how can you say that it's dissuading top students from with no evidence? Because first off, you've had to poll the top students to find out if they even wanted to come here. So that's a pretty wide thing. Now, once again, you have not heard where there has been anybody excluded from anything. But look at it, an estimated cost to the university of $20,000. They are really on that $20,000, ain't it? Now, you even put a picture in there that shows that everybody wasn't black. The so-called, you always know it's, you know what time it is. The so-called Say Hey event was organized by Portland-based nonprofit group Partners in Diversity, which describes its mission as the promotion of, quote, diversity influencers and professionals of color. What's wrong with that? Diversity influencers. So that doesn't necessarily even say that that's going to just always be black folk. But the fact that black people are being honored is enough. In all, 419 people attended the November 2nd event, and 31 honorees were recognized. Honorees must be non-white. Well, if you're honoring, if the honorees are people of color, well, then how would they be white? I mean, it's safe to say, and truth be told, there's probably a lot of people there that still classify themselves as white on paper and still got an award. So you really more so should be mad at them. But the attendees enjoyed both gift items as well as catering. Boy, y'all are really mad, ain't you? The participants were mostly not affiliated with the university. Damn, even more pissed off. A PID video tweet shows the colored honorees marching across the stage as their names were read to wild applause. A separate event video highlights the needs of our honorees for the things like safe spaces and allies. PID states that the events, held 4 times a year in different locations, are open to professionals of colors and allies. Photos of the event highlight its overwhelming segregationist character. This picture here with the white man in the middle. PSU president, oh my goodness. PSU President Stephen Percy and the university's diversity czar, Amy Lambert, attended and made remarks. Well, then clearly it was affiliated with the school. It's the PSU president. Following the event, the Oregon Association of Scholars submitted a public records request concerning the cost of the event to Portland State University. In response, the university provided 2 receipts. One was the renewal of Portland State's platinum membership in PID, which carries an annual cost of $4,000. The organization cites a benefit of the platinum status as the opportunity to host one of its Say Hey events. A proper accounting, therefore, should include the 4 years of membership, totaling $16,000, from the last time the university had the opportunity to host a PID Say Hey cocktail party back in March 2018. Boy, oh boy, can you understand what we have here? And I think this is pretty much, y'all can see what time it is. Let me just show you some of these pictures, though. Looking at some of the folks were there, catering. So they're upset that these people got the catering money. No, nothing racist about that. Now, wait a minute. The race-based spoils part. Let's see if I can find something about that. Let's see. Can we get down there to that bottom part? What does it say down here? Because they're talking about. Wait a minute. Let me start. I hate starting in the middle. I don't want to read that whole paragraph, though. Let's see. Such neo-segregation has been identified in left-leaning cities like Minnesota, where racially specific schools and housing have been promoted by Democratic politicians as a means to strengthen within group social capital and cultivate pro-segregationist sentiment among Democratic voting blocs. Okay, so for those who didn't really understand what all of that's about, again, it's about reparations. So that's what they're talking about, like these spoils. Like, well, hold on. While critics have long bemoaned segregationist tendencies among whites, they have been enthusiastic about segregation for non-whites being promoted by groups like PID. PID advances neo-segregation in its work through so-called professional, quote, affinity groups, often euphemistically, excuse me, called employee resource groups or community resource groups. Boy, these folks is hating like a The affinity group model of neo-segregation is based on claims that non-white individuals are permanently disadvantaged in the United States because of their inability to form networks and social capital due to widespread, quote, white supremacy. To overcome this alleged disadvantage, segregated professional groups are supposed to create within race networking and social capital that can serve as a substitute for the unavailable access to, quote, white power. Now we're talking about capital, not white power. But thanks for showing us where your head was at. As an empirical matter, there is no evidence that racial affinity groups benefit non-white groups in a public setting like education. Okay. PID runs 4 different race-based CRGs and states that participants must self-identify within a particular demographic group. They say the Say Hey event. Come on now, Siri. The Say Hey event, paid for by Portland State, brought together the different affinity groups into one setting. These are the affinity groups that they're referring to. Y'all see that? Those are the affinity groups that they're talking about. And this is Portland. Portland's supposed to be a liberal state or a little liberal city. It ain't as liberal as they say. You know, that's the big lie. And so this is the thing that we want to get to, is understanding that there is no separation of groups. One white supremacist group is just the same as the next, but they all do different things. For instance, some people may have tans, and so they'll use that tan to get close to black folk. You know what I mean? And not really have any legitimate tie to black folks, but nonetheless, try and pander or fool black folk. Like this.
Let you keep working. Can you show us the operation? What is it that you're cooking up here?
Yeah, so I'm making a turkey stock. So this is a roasted turkey neck, and then that's going to go with some of my roasted vegetables from here into a stock pot. I am brining my turkey, which is right there. I'm in Iowa. I brought collard greens from, they'll all be washed, from South Carolina. I'm going to make mac and cheese, so we grated all the cheese. My husband grated the cheese over there. And I'm going to start making my cornbread. For cornbread stuffing, I make it the day before the cornbread so that it can dry out. And so my prep for today is the cheese for the mac and cheese. I'm making my stock for today. I have brined my turkey. I'll make my cornbread, and maybe I'll make my cranberry sauce today too,
All right.
so that I can reduce what I do tomorrow.
Are y'all buying this? Are y'all buying this, family? Are y'all are y'all buying this? Lord.
Sounds delicious. That sounds delicious.
Yes.
So let me ask you, there's going to be millions of Americans crowded around the dinner table over the next couple of days, right? And I'm sure politics is going to become part of that conversation that they have.
Yeah.
Is this your way of keeping your message fresh in those conversations and into those homes?
Yeah, listen, I think that this is a very challenging time in our nation. I do believe this is a moment where we must all renew our commitment to the rule of law, to our system of democracy, and to our system of justice. And we got to fight for that. And the integrity of all of those things we have to fight for. But it's also a season that I think requires us to really reflect on all that we have to be thankful for. And I'm thankful for so much. And I hope that when people sit around the Thanksgiving table with family, with friends, and where there may be disagreements, that we all try to move a little closer to finding those things we have in common.
What in the hell is she talking about? Mark Mason Mark Mason said, make cranberry. Yeah, you caught that. Make cranberry sauce. Like, yeah, for real? Make dry stuffing with curry gravy. I'm making turkey style. Stop. Stop it. Cut it all the way out. This is super duper cat.
There have been so many powerful forces that have been trying to sow hate and division among us and really get Americans to turn on each other. We need to heal, and so we got to fight for our democracy, but we also need to fight for our unity.
Senator, we are heading into that
I'm
last.
listening.
No, absolutely. Please don't let me stop the operation here.
Now, this is before she was vice president. So this is while she's still senator. And so she was trying to figure out how she was going to, I believe this is when she was still running. So she always went. So when you seen her last year, there was the pander again. So again, this is one of her go-tos. Like, ooh, greens. Yeah, okay. Ooh, yeah, sister girl. Yeah. Oh, mm-hmm. And get them greens. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know she a sister. Yeah. No. There's a picture when she obviously had no clue. And like I said, she got a picture of her and a bunch of parsley and it looked like a parsley or cilantro or parsley and Italian parsley bunches together. So I got my greens. So obviously they had somebody come in and school her on how, this is how the process is done. And okay, then we're going to shred the cheese for the mac and cheese. Stop it. Stop.
We are headed into the final stretch before the caucus, before
What's for
those
dessert?
first ballots are cast.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about what that looks like for you guys, for your campaign, your strategy, the message you're trying to get across, and the people you're trying to reach?
So we're here in Iowa. We're in Des Moines. I have spent the day today with Iowan teachers. We have been knocking on doors and talking with folks. And tomorrow we're going to do the turkey trot and be with folks, in the community and talking about the issues that keep them up at night that we need to address. And, like I say, there's so much about what's at stake right now that represents a fight for justice. I think justice is on the ballot in 2020, economic justice, environmental justice, the need to reform our criminal justice system. And so I'm here to talk with folks here about these issues and to address those issues.
And over the past couple of weeks, we've seen Mayor Bloomberg join the race, Deval Patrick join the race. Right. They're both moderates. Is that the future of the Democratic Party? Is that message resonating with the American people? Is that what you've seen here in Iowa?
I think that the Democratic Party has got to continue to represent the needs of working people. We have so much that is before us that is about fighting for equality and fighting against injustice, and that is how I think of what is at stake, and I intend to be a leader, as I've been, on making sure that all people are represented and that the priorities of our nation reflect the priorities of every family in our nation.
My final question.
Yeah, in that there. It's funny, represent the families of our nation. Do you mean citizens? Because doesn't seem to be like citizens are getting much. Citizens don't really rate. So I don't know. I mean, clearly not. You don't mean citizens. That's not what you mean. You must mean those people coming from Mexico, but not the dark ones. Lord. Here's another though. Here's another little video she had. So cheesy.
Okay, refuse from South Carolina.
It's another early state.
Yes, and sweet potatoes. But anyway, we started doing some of this already. Okay.
They don't grow collard greens in Iowa this time.
They don't grow collard greens in Iowa this time of year. That's why.
Cringe.
these gorgeous collard greens. Look at these. Okay, I brought these from South Carolina.
It's another early state.
Yes. And sweet potatoes. But anyway, we started doing some of this already. Okay.
They don't grow collard greens in Iowa this time.
They don't grow collard greens in Iowa this time of year. That's why.
At the same time,
India, and my grandfather was a little mischievous. So my grandmother, of course, was like strictly no, nothing. If it had a mother, it was not getting eaten. And if my grandmother would go out of town, my grandfather would then, he'd get very mischievous and he'd say, okay, let's have French toast. Because, of course, that has...
was that for the Kwanzaa breakfast in India? I mean, one just got to wonder with all them weird-ass timelines and whatnot. I mean, where was that? In India, were you guys celebrating Kwanzaa in India?
Eggs.
When I would go and visit my family, obviously no meat. Even the dog would eat rice and yogurt. Yeah, the dog would eat rice and yogurt. And the dog would like the rice and yogurt. Very good Hindu vegetarians. But then I'd get older, cool cousins who would take me out on their motorcycles and we would all split like a lamb burger.
Right.
Because fast food, but like no beef or anything, obviously. But we would have lamb burger and then we couldn't tell any of our grandparents about it.
That's a whole nother thing when they talk about like when Kamala Harris be trying to with the whole cuisine thing. Y'all was vegetarians. French toast with chutney. Hell no, they don't have no shame, Project Leroy. No, they do not. I mean, shameless. Oh, yes, here's the greens. My husband shredded the cheese for the mac and cheese. I'm going to do that. We got sweet potatoes. And then back in there with my grandma, we used to go to India for holidays, and my grandfather was mischievous. Okay. But you can't tell. Well, when we were young in my house, we celebrated Kwanzaa. Say, what? You know, Kwanzaa is younger than some of these movies that we watch, right? Like the whole celebrating Kwanzaa on a main scale is younger than a house party. Just to put that in perspective. Just to put that in perspective. She over here, yeah, we were doing that as children. Stop. Stop it. Now, see, when people do stuff like that, that tell me, oh, you don't think I'm too smart. You can't. You cannot think I'm that bright doing something like that. You must think I'm stupid. Ain't that a safe assumption? Somebody doing you like that, you must think I'm stupid. What you gonna do? Kamala, did you wash your turkey? Notice how she's in the house talking about making a Thanksgiving dinner and there's no thawing turkey anywhere around her. She go in the refrigerator, no turkey. There ain't no damn dinner being made there. What are you talking about? Oh, that super cap. Boy, they went to the haberdashery for that one, didn't they? I'll take this cap and this cap and that cap and that cap too. Damn it. Jeez. I mean, that is just shameless. Like you said, that is absolutely doggone shameless. I see a super chat. Let me get this in here real quick. And let's see, where's that at? Yeah, let me get that in there. All right. Cult-like personality said, keep playing with our FBA ancestors. Stupid games? Yeah, usually gets stupid prizes. Thank you once again. Cult-like personality. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat so much. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Absolutely. See, I agree with cult-like personality. I know that's right. Speaking of, check this, not playing with our ancestors. I'm so glad that some of these things always seem to pop back up because sometimes we need to be reminded of who people are. Not like you didn't already know who Nancy Pelosi was, but do you remember her saying this?
Shelley, what's your question? Congratulations on the election. Thank you. Do you support the Black Lives Matter movement?
Well, I support the recognition that Black Lives Matter, for sure, and I have incorporated that in many of my statements. I think all lives matter, yes, but we really have to redress past grievances in terms of how we have addressed the African American community. I had a real privilege yesterday to address the swearing in of the new Black Caucus members. At least eight new members elected from places that are not majority Black communities. So this was a real breakthrough. So I think that we're all, working together to make sure that every part of our community, whether it's the immigrant community, whether it's the Black community, whether it's women's community, and the rest.
Whoa. Wow, she just told you about her agenda now, didn't she? Did y'all catch that? Y'all catch that? Who was first? You up here answering a Black woman about Black lives. Damn.
Part of our community, whether it's the immigrant community, whether it's the Black community, whether it's women's community, and the rest, not only matter, but rule.
What the hell is the women's community? Huh? Women's community? There's no such thing because there's no race other than there's no separate race of women that are not attached to the same race of men. What the hell are you talking about? Ooh-wee. Y'all kiss this? So while talking to a Black woman, and talking about Black lives, mind you, she interjects immigrants into the conversation before the Black people that she's literally speaking to. Damn. And we're supposed to think these people got some kind of love for us or something. Hey, man, the Democrat, we can't get them Republicans in it. Man, what did you hear out of that woman's mouth that sounded any different? I didn't hear a damn thing that sounded a lick bit of different. Got to be kidding. I hope y'all understand that's what time it is with them, man. Nancy Pelosi. Afro Elite in the house. What is going on, my brother? Oh, and also, check this little story out real quick. It's coming in, loading this up. Bear with me 1 second. Lord. All right. Actually, I did not mean to do it this way, but this will work. Everybody shouting out Afro Elite the chat. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right, so check this out.
We construct barricades to keep police out, police, construction, contracting companies. You hear gunshots all the time because there's a police firing range in this. Yeah, you can hear those shots right there.
Occupying this forest is how activists are resisting the construction of a $90 million state-of-the-art police training center protesters call Cop City. The facility will be developed on one of the largest green spaces in Southeast Atlanta, which has a history of oppression.
All of it. It will be clear-cut.
They cannot wait. They just want to go in and bulldoze everything and then write the history the way that they want to write it.
The fate of the forest is up in the air as the police and forest defenders both refuse to back down.
Those people, to me, through their acts, are actually domestic terrorists.
Major corporations are pouring millions into this project, financially pressuring politicians to build Cop City.
Why did you vote to approve this facility?
Surrounding neighborhoods that are more than 75% Black say their concerns have been silenced.
Our opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't count.
It's disrespect. And that's what folks who live here ought to be just enraged about.
As well as they should be. Wow. 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 That. Oh. Lord, that's crazy, huh? They won't put it in Cobb County. Let them do some work on that area first. You know how they work methodically, you know? So you gotta be careful with that. Okay, so all right, let me play this video real quick, and then we will take a quick break, and we'll come back and wrap up with these last videos about January 6th. And, you know, it's just interesting looking and reflecting back at certain things. But before we get there, there's this.
Almost see the end. We're vaccinating so very fast. Our data from the CDC today suggests, that vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
Getting vaccinated and getting a booster shot when eligible can save your life and protect you and your family and friends from getting seriously ill and spreading infection.
What do you think the probability is? 80%?
Personally, I think it's 100%. I think that there's a reduction in transmission.
Right. COVID, if you have these vaccinations. We have all the vaccines we need. We just need our people to take it. A, for their own protection, for the protection of their family, but also to break the chain of transmission. You want to be a dead end to the virus. So when the virus gets to you, you stop it. You don't allow it to use you as the stepping stone to the next person.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person. A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus. The virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else. It cannot use a vaccinated person as a host to go get more people. That means the vaccines will get us to the end of this.
But when we looked at the emergency use authorization, which is right on the screen, if you look what it says under transmission, this is what was known the moment they were making those statements. Can I have the next slide, please? What was known was that the data are not there, limited to assess the effects of the vaccine against transmission of SARS-CoV-2. They had no idea. They had no idea if it would stop the infection, yet they were making those statements on the news.
Plus, the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market. If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunisation before it's entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to.
No, you didn't move at the speed of science. You moved at the speed of the devil. And then you told everybody something was moving, and now you're seeing that things weren't. Funny, when people told you that you might want to just do for yourself and make the best decision, they were getting hit with misinformation strikes. Getting the channel flags and all type of things. Who determines misinformation? We might want to start looking into that one. Because then if you're in a situation where you're finding out something is so different so soon, then this whole misinformation fact-checking thing probably needs to be revisited with a better checks and balance system. Doesn't that make sense? Makes sense to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just one of those random people who don't know what they're talking about, but probably not. So with that being said, we're going to take us a quick break. And, if somebody is new, and saying, well, hey, what's going on here? I'm not sure, but they sound like they're trying to be some neo-segregationists and such, and they're always trying to do their own thing, and they're talking FBA and this and that. Well, all I have to say is,
where's your family from?
So with that being said, family, sometimes you just got to ask that question. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take a very brief break here, and we shall return here. So once again, family, this is the weekly wrap-up. Don't go nowhere. We will be back shortly.
Tick faster, that'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter, a gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords, and they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Sometimes I'm feeling all alone. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Nobody understands me, but I'm trying to get the world to see it's love. It's love. That this passion he's instilled in me. That's why I'm at it so hard, so faithfully. I've been through so many things, please believe me. I'm still here 'cause I know he keeps me. Oh, the answer is love. Oh, the answer is love. Yeah. Everybody's asking questions. They say they're looking for an answer. Somebody's asking questions. Oh, they're looking for an answer. They need something new. They need something they can feel. They need some of that good old-fashioned music to be real. And that's life, and that's music. Yeah, yeah. We do it for the love of music. Yes, we do, we do. We do it for the love of music. This music we make for you. We do it for the love of music and the gift that we give to you. I hope you enjoy the ride. Oh, it's love, life, and music. This is your chance to use it. Love, music, yeah. Ain't no telling what you find you might bring in those brief things. Oh, yeah. It's your joy, it's your peace. Every single day that we continue to be. It's love, it's life, it's music. All right. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Yeah, Mary Evans in the house. You are welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, indeed. So let's get to all the different things about, because there's a few different interesting things that have kind of turned up about September 11th. I mean, what am I saying? September 11th, January 6th. Why that's September 11th? Where'd that come from? But one of the things that happened, there was a thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and people were like, "Well, let me make sure I get this. Where's that other video? Because they've been implicating her. Let's see. And there's a video I came across. Yeah, there we go. Kind of interesting. Very interesting, actually. So let me see. Let me set all of this up. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, of course, we know she's on the old site. You know, Mary Evans. Thank you for the super chat. Let me get this in here, and then I'm gonna put that on the screen. Now, you know, they got the Hakeem Jeffries dude. Boy, they really happy they got one, ain't they? Boy. And boy, do they got them one. Look at this dude.
Joe Biden got along with John McCain. Nancy Pelosi got along with John Boehner. Ruth Bader Ginsburg got along with Antonin Scalia. All we are asking is House Republicans to get along with each other so we can get about the business of the American people.
Lord. Mary Evans, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, look at the hippos coming out the water. They're coming out moved by the music. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, my goodness. My ear all of a sudden itch. Somebody talking about me somewhere? Right? No, that's your ear burning. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to play this one first, and then we'll play the second one, and y'all, I will let y'all be the judge.
And I want to tell you something. If Steve Bannon and I had organized that, we would have won. Not to mention, it would have been armed. Yeah. See, that's the whole joke, isn't it? They say that whole thing was planned, and I'm like, are you kidding me? A bunch of conservatives, Second Amendment supporters went in the Capitol without guns, and they think that we organized that? I don't think so.
Okay. Let's just rewind a little bit of that real quick. Hold on now. What you say?
Yeah. See, that's the whole joke, isn't it? They say that whole thing was planned, and I'm like, are you kidding me? A bunch of conservatives, Second Amendment supporters went in the Capitol without guns, and they think that we organized that? I don't think so.
Well, what about this? Wrong video. That ain't the right video. Where's the video at? I thought that was it. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Judah Queen said Babylon is falling. Absolutely it is. It absolutely is. Okay. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Where you 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 at? Is this? Let's see. Is this it? Bear with me 1 second. I'm thinking this is it. Let's try it. there's a video of this woman talking. I'm trying to get this in here. I don't think this is it either. Hold on.
And that woman there is a member of Congress.
This is treason. This is treason. This is insurrection. This is rebellion. Period.
Hundreds of deplorables bearing Trump flags and Confederate flags marched down Pennsylvania Avenue at the direction of the former president.
We came critically close to losing this democracy as we've come to know it. You get people who actually saw and experienced on January 6th really didn't happen.
Sometimes you need just one good man.
I know that day I saved countless lives.
Today is not the end, it's just the beginning.
Yeah, they got that cop. Okay, now is this the one I was looking for?
She took an oath to protect American citizens and uphold our laws, and she gives aid and comfort to our enemies who illegally invade our land. That's what treason is. And by our law, representatives and senators can be kicked out and no longer serve in our government. And it's a crime punishable by death, is what treason is. Nancy Pelosi is guilty of treason, and we want her out of our government. She's held her seat of power for 32 years. She's 78 years old. She is dying in Congress. We are fed up with these corrupt politicians that hang on to their power just to make themselves rich.
What do y'all think? What y'all think? Is perhaps that the same person? Just kind of interesting. Just for reference, let's check that out.
6 happens, and next thing you know, I organized the whole thing along with Steve Bannon here. And I want to tell you something. If Steve Bannon and I had organized that, we would have won. Not to mention, it would have been armed. Yeah. See, that's the whole joke, isn't it? They say that whole thing was planned, and I'm like, are you kidding me? A bunch of conservatives, Second Amendment supporters went in the Capitol without guns, and they think that we organized that? I don't think so.
But
she's a traitor to our country. She's guilty of treason. She took an oath to protect American citizens and uphold our laws, and she gives aid and comfort to our enemies who illegally invade our land. That's what treason is. Exactly. And by our law, representatives and senators can be kicked out and no longer serve in our government. And it's a crime punishable by death, is what treason is. Nancy Pelosi is guilty of treason, and we want her out of our government. She's held her seat of power for 32 years. She's 78 years old. She is dying in Congress. We are fed up with these corrupt politicians that hang on to their power just to make themselves rich.
Sound like the same person to me. So she definitely was there. That much is clear, isn't it? Wow. Wow. Doesn't this speak to a societal issue? Right? That's society, right? Something's wrong with society. I don't see Donald Trump there. I see Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's still around, no Donald Trump. So that means that her sentiment is still very much present. Not to be confused with a fringe group. You know what I'm saying? And again, remember, who was saying, oh, yeah, all lives matter. And, but all lives matter. We just heard Nancy Pelosi. Well, this was Nancy Pelosi earlier this morning.
The January 6th insurrection shook our republic to the core. For many in the Congress and across our country, the physical, psychological, and emotional scars are still raw. Yet from the unspeakable horror sprang extraordinary heroism. Law enforcement heroes confronted the insurrectionists to protect the Capitol, the Congress, and our Constitution. And it is with great respect and admiration that we are joined by the families this morning. Thank you to the families for considering us worthy to share your grief, to honor your loss.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, they have done a lot of acknowledging the one policeman who got chased and did not fire off a shot. They were giving him a lot of love, and so here's what they were giving love to, because this is what they want you to look at as the black male hero of that day. Ooh-wee, Lord. Mm-hmm. Lord. Now, here is actually the person that we celebrate. I'd turn the music down on this, but y'all are familiar with this video. We have done this before, but we have to turn the music off now so I don't get dinged for the copyright strike. But the song that would be playing would be the G.I. Joe theme, the great American hero. G.I. Joe is there. Lieutenant Michael Byrd. Hey, shout out Ashley Babbitt. He is the real hero that should be recognized of that day because he had to make sure that people were safe to the full extent of his capability. And shout out Big Tigger, because Big Tigger is also a reparations hater. So, that's why he got his leg up in there. Anyway, yo, Joe. Salute to Lieutenant Michael Byrd, who put down Ashley Babbitt, who was a white supremacist, white nationalist terrorist who was storming the Capitol to do harm to individuals in there, as we have now seen and witnessed on camera and witnessed in so many other different capacities, that these things were going on through their minds, and let's be harmful and let's be hurtful. Let's find where Nancy is. I mean, there's some of these things that, like, we're going to go check some of these videos out, because what I want y'all to understand is, yeah, he stopped that terrorist. Absolutely. And see, look at how they've pivoted. We're talking about gun violence now. We went from white supremacy to gun violence. How? How did we get there? These are people going, look at them just waltzing on through. Yeah, hey, we're gonna come here. We're insurrectionists. This is what we do. Right? Just in there chilling. Look at the Native American right there. Okay. He had something to win. Yeah, he's down for the cause that people work with. Yeah, not to be, don't miss that. People of Color Coalition. Nancy Pelosi, where she's at? Where you at, Nancy? Look at all of them folks. And you want us to believe that all of this happened just because Donald Trump? No, this is what was already there. This type of behavior out of the grown adult, supposedly dominant class of society, now they're just boiled down to this? Because one person can get them all to do this? Well, then how much of your own history of America do you absolutely still represent today? These are societal situations, not based on Donald Trump, but based on the society of America. Yeah, look at all them folks. They feel that they're not getting their way. Look what they're ready to go do. Let's burn it down. See, like these guys.
We can take that place. And then do what?
They don't know.
We can take that place. And then do what?
We can take that place. And then do what? Oh boy. These are the people in your neighborhood, though. So yeah, make no mistake about that. These are those people.
We can take that place. And then do what?
Oh man. We did see some Kenyans up there too, Project Leroy said. That's why we always got to do.
Where's your family from?
because these folks be having other agendas. And what you doing up there with them? And they come over here, hey brother. Nah, man, you hanging out with people like this.
We can take that place. And then do what?
But see, we are black. We are black just like you, brother. You are black just like you. No. And then when they finally tell you and show you that it's just one big Negro out here and you get your wake-up call, all we gonna tell you is hold your own nuts. And this is what you should have already have done.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
It was never about voter fraud. No, I don't believe it was. Get your mind back. You need to get up off of that cocaine. Get up off of that crack. In this case, meth. Get yourself together and get your mind back. Or be looking like
We
this.
can take that place. And then do what?
You'll have it. Because we can take that place. Just imagine a bunch of drunk yokos like that sitting outside your city with torches and the law on their side. Yep. Sounds like a pretty recipe for danger for a lot of people, doesn't it? Now, if we were saying, hey, we should be worried about individuals like this more so than Young Thug, who's a rapper. Which, I mean, you know, you can say whatever. Well, this is what he rapped about. Yeah, a lot of people have. Now, are you tying physical evidence to what you're alleging he's done? I'm not seeing that part happen, but I'm seeing a hell of a lot of people tell. But now, here's, make sure you catch it when they're reading lyrics on TV. Oh, they want you to hear that. But guess what you're not seeing or hearing? Because these court proceedings are federal, you're not hearing anything about this. But they don't even have people inside the courtrooms really corresponding with anyone either, like they did with the R. Kelly case. But, this is just an overthrow of an attempted overthrow of the United States government. We even had agent provocateurs out there. Do not go in there. Interesting. Now think of the George Floyd protests. Agent provocateurs in that. So what did you just witness? Agent provocateurs in every setting. Something to think about. You just witnessed agent provocateurs in a whole different setting. Y'all catching that? It's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Now, like I said, this is a society thing. I don't know how we get away from that. And so while all of this type of behavior is consistently like, can we say that this behavior is actually discouraged? No. It's just when it's on Front Street, then they don't like it being exposed. But here's the point. This ain't no focus. Here's another thing. If this, oh, you know what? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me put this in here because we need to listen to something real quick. See, we got to deal with we have to deal with our own that like to interject the BSery like this one here.
Against black men. First of all, I want to see where you all stand just by a yes or no. Dr. Umar?
Oh, wrong one. My bad. My bad. I did not mean to put that one in there. But there is a war being staged against black men. Let me tell you that. Oh, Lord. Where is that video at with that sister? Where'd it go? No, that ain't right. Hold on, family. Is this it? No. Let me see what this is. I could have sworn I had it in here. Oh, this ain't it. What'd you say, Mommy Mac? Mammy Mac? Let me see what I got in here. Where are you at? 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 Could have sworn I had that in here. Dang it. Okay. I still have this open. Yes, I do. Let me see if I got this video over here. Because there was a video of this sister that was talking about the insurrection. And what she was doing was trying to she's trying to classify things as as if they were just some kind of fringe group of like white supremacists being a fringe group in America. It's like, no, it's not true. Sworn I had this. Maybe there was a problem with it downloading. Maybe that's the case. I sure enough had it. Never fails. Always gonna be something. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it was a problem downloading. There's a video of this woman basically like we should all get along type of deal with, this friends group. So she's always trying to do like, oh, well, this is like, oh, white supremacy is all the KKK. Well, if the global or if the national sentiment against foundational Black Americans was not that leaning toward white supremacy, because you say they're a fringe group, then that means that there should be some laws passed specifically for black folks in America. Ain't that safe to say? Right? Because if you're going, oh, is this it? No, that ain't it. Because these people over here, well, there's this group and that group, and all of y'all are like together, and everybody is disenfranchised. And no, we are a specific group with a specific claim, and we always get lumped in with every other group. So this sister is over here trying to make it seem like, like white supremacy is not a mainstay of America, which is absolute trash. Yes, it is. It has been nothing less, to be quite honest. It's the foundation, and just looking at what I read y'all earlier, just for people having people of color honorees for an event, you have folks acting funny style. Okay, that ain't what I want. I don't know where that video went. Oh, well. Y'all get the point. Because, again, when we have people doing that, they're undermining, just simply trying to undermine the truth. And these people are all over the place. And you got these Biden players, because this is one of these black talking heads for the, she's on one of these media channels. Or no, because it wasn't even Roland Martin. One of these media channels, this sister got out there talking the basic, if it ain't the KKK, then it ain't white supremacy. And I have to say, we should be able to get laws passed by now for black folks, if that was true. So the proof of it not being true, it's right there in front of everybody's faces. I don't know why we would just get away from that, but whatever. Guess I don't have that. Damn. I will. Because I just seen it earlier. I thought I had it, but I guess I don't. Oh, well. Y'all is, and Chris MC, thank you. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Appreciate it. Yes, Chris MC, appreciate the Cash App. Peace, power, and blessings and protection be up on you and yours. Much appreciative of that. Okay, so I'll close that. And I'll close that. All right. Get back in here. And, this is the thing that I wanted to point out. There's too many people to all of a sudden, like, if these are the people who get all the jobs and the people who are referred to as the dominant society, well, doesn't it seem like there should be, I don't know, a situation where you're saying, hey, these people should be demanded, there's more should be demanded of this individual group, since you're putting this group on such a pedestal. Like, I seen a picture of the Michael Bird dude and Ashley Babbitt, Michael Bird brother, and Ashley Babbitt. And they're trying to present, how they presented it is that he got away with murdering an unarmed white woman. And that's how they framed it. Like, he murdered an unarmed white woman. Like, oh, Lord. But, nothing that you guys were doing was of any negative
White
content.
supremacist rhetoric has grown from a fringe way of thinking to a national security
Here we go.
emergency. But we can change this. This can become our past, not our future.
Why is it always a black person out here saying this? Let's go back to what she just said.
It's 2021 was not an accident. White supremacist rhetoric has grown from a fringe way of thinking to a national security emergency. But we can change this. This can become our past, not our future. We conducted a poll in the fall that showed over 75% of Americans believe our democracy is under threat. These numbers show me that the large majority of Americans are ready and willing to fight back against extremism to protect our freedoms. This year, the Leadership Conference and our coalition of more than 230 organizations will be working to protect voting rights and to do deep work on fighting hate and bias, including its lies. We'll build bridges between communities, not division.
Was that the Edmund Pettus Bridge? Was that the Edmund Pettus Bridge? They broke out the Edmund Pettus Bridge on y'all, family. Oh, now see what she's doing. This is like, this is talking to black folks as if you already understand you should not be in the mind of self-defense. So this is saying white people recognize that there's white supremacy and they're dangerous and we're trying to, no. Defend yourselves at all costs.
Deep work on fighting hate and bias, including its lies. We'll build bridges between communities, not division. We will keep putting pressure on electeds, leaders, and CEOs to stop platforming disinformation and hate. We have to hold those who instigated the January 6th attack accountable. And of course, we need to make sure Americans know how to defeat extremists and merchants of hate. From anti-Semitism to racist hate, the same extremists who want to see women.
Anti-Semitism came first. Notice again with the Democrats. Every time a Democrat is speaking, there is always something that, although you're speaking to black people, you immediately refer to another group before you address black folks. And she doesn't even address it. She went straight to anti-Semitism. So you went straight there and then racism. Well, in 2021, racism was applying to black folks because you were anti-Asian, right? Y'all see how they, yo, hope y'all catching this.
As handmaids and our children.
Women as handmaids. It's the Roe v. Wade, meaning you have to have your
racist
children.
hate, the same extremists who want to see women as handmaids and our children caged in mind and body. We know that the majority of this.
Whoa. Wait, but those aren't our children. Our children are in the, was it Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu? He wrote a few books about the targeting of black boys. Wasn't nothing done there, sister. Don't tell me about no children in cages if you're not going to talk about the school to prison pipeline. I don't need to hear about no kids in cages because here's the biggest thing about that. They're not our kids. They belong to another country. Our kids are here being deprived of resources right now thanks to this current administration, because all you are concerned about is bringing over white immigrants illegally and letting them flood the country while providing resources for them to move into black neighborhoods, just which I played at the beginning, which I think we might just have to play here at the end. Because this is what I wanted to get to. Look at what they were talking about. Girl, you will not replace us. You will not replace us. But all of a sudden, these so-called replacers have no more room for concern. What's changed? What reassurances have they had? Oh, if you thought white supremacy was going away, no, because you can always rely on old Joe.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
In the meantime, he's looking out for this.
We can take that place. And then do what?
Country wants an America that lives up to its ideals, and we know that's real power, people power. We, the majority, will make it clear that hate will not win. Visit us at civilrights.org/we the majority for more information on how we together will fight for our freedoms, or text majority to 52199 to stay updated about.
Well, let's see how that worked out for the people out there in Illinois. How'd that work out there around that Illinois area, family? Some people out there had something to say, because, see, you talk about what you're going to fight, and now these people are having to fight just to have their own damn neighborhoods. And this is the reward they get for putting all you do-nothing damn Democrat, gentrifying, promoting people off up in office just by scaring everybody, that making them think that white supremacy only comes in a Republican form. Family, let me tell you something. If that was true, there would be a lot more fully voted on Democratic bills brought before, especially when Joe Biden had it in the first place and when Barack Obama had it for 4 years. So if something has changed, let me know where. And that tells you on the Democratic aisle, these people are supposed to be your friends. Where's the bills for you? So if society has changed, well, then that means I need to see that reflected. If you're going to tell me it's all Republicans, well, then I have needed to see all the Democrats supporting black issues, not people of color issues, not BIPOC issues, black folk issues, foundational black American freedmen, the descendants of the American chattel slavery, these people. And this is what these people are getting today.
I'm here because I am a child of Woodlawn. I was born and raised in Woodlawn. And I'm speaking on behalf of the people that are here and the ones that's not here, the ones that's at work and couldn't make it here. We are very disappointed in this decision that Mayor Lightfoot has made to place these migrants in our community without our permission. Shame. Mayor Lightfoot would never pull this type of thing in anyone's neighborhood. She would not drop off a busload of Haitians in Little Village. She would not drop off a busload of black people in Chinatown. Never. She would not drop off a busload of black people up north. Never. So it's time for Mayor Lightfoot to understand we will no longer be disrespected by you, ma'am. Please withdraw your decision to put the migrants in our community. There's plenty of room in Little Village for their people. Please speak to Little Village and take them over there. We're not hating on anyone, but we're loving on Woodlawn. That's right. As well, we already are struggling with the issue of fentanyl in our communities. We don't need anything else to add to the struggles that we already have. If there is a lack of resources in our community, we don't need anyone else to come in and suck those up. That's right. We're tired, Miss Lightfoot. We're tired, and we will not be voting for you. Thank you. Really?
They walked off like this.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Well, they was letting Lori Lightfoot know, like, hey, Lori.
You shade tree nigga.
But, hey, I mean, you know what? But they disenfranchised too. And see, I don't understand why they can't stay. Now, really though, I mean, I just don't understand why you got so much problem with these people coming over here. They just coming over here looking for a better life.
I remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Yeah. And you just got to cut them off and let them know just like that. Because, see, they don't have no say in our business. And nor should they. So let's just revisit a few, again, old clips of some of our foundational Black American freedmen legend, icons. And we'll start with this.
I think you're right there. I would not limit our employment demands to Negroes. I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as Negroes.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Yeah, this is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, yes, sir, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture.
Well, they do fit into it.
No,
they do fit into it.
The problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
If a dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi, he probably would be lynched too.
Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched.
No, they don't.
It's the Negro here, and as long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your home that he desires.
You're not aware of the fact, are you, that African students have been arrested in our demonstrations in the South?
When they
speak French.
When they have been mistaken for the so-called Negro in America, they've been arrested.
What I'm saying is...
Facts. Again, why we always will have to ask.
Where's your family from?
Because, see, people will tell us that Malcolm X is a Pan-Africanist. You didn't hear Pan-Africanism. You heard a clear understanding of what the designation of groups. That's not saying he hated any group, because you know he didn't. But he was very clear on what differences went along with each group and what this specific group is entitled to and who that claim excludes. But let me not stop there, because here's another one of our great icons that they also like to lie on. He was also not a Pan-Africanist in what he was preaching and moving when it came down to the people. Yes, everyone can unite globally, but you cannot unite with anyone when you are a sick people. And then you witness everybody else get brought here and made well, like what he's referring to.
Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
And somebody also I seen was posting something about what Dr. Neely Fuller had mentioned and said reparations looks like dismantling the system of white supremacy. I'm not sure if he said that or not. Here's the one thing. We're a living group. And so unlike what you are looking to pigeonhole us under is go rely on an ideal or an idea that may not be conducive for the moment, a strategic idea that does not work for now. Because it worked then where all the playing field has changed and totally different. You want us now to use an obsolete strategy in our approach, and we refuse. So, see, this is one of the reasons why they will always bring up the, well, but Martin Luther King said with this. And so now that you know, well, here's Neely Fuller and Claude Anderson. They still living. See, he said this. Man, should you guys just end your reparations claim now? In sports, there's something called in sports and in the field of sports, there's a particular sport called football. And there is a such a thing called a audible. Audibles are options of different plays to run if you see that the coverage is somehow already got the play that you have set up read. So now you got to do something else. And you have to call a change of play in the midst of the clock counting down. And you have to register the change of play and then execute the change of play. Why are you executing the change of play? Because the defense already knows everything that you're about to do in the play you're set to do. And this is how people always come back to black folks. Hey, let's go back to this old playbook. So we already know the set up markers to stop you. We're not going backwards like that. We're only going forward. So if there's something where, he said it, cool. We will have to agree to disagree. See how that works? We're still coming for our check. There's a saying that says, one monkey doesn't stop one show. This is about reparations for descendants. One person is not ever going to change what descendants of the foundation of this country are owed. That is just asinine. Well, this is what he said. Hey, man, ain't nobody over here looking for no Jesus Savior over here, bruh. Cut that check. Go in that bank, go get our bread, and get to skedaddling and whatever you need to do. Because we got way too much of this off in our mix. Think you want to tell us what to do? Well, where do you get this money? And what y'all going to do? Ain't no question to ask me about what I'm going to do with my money. If you won the lottery, what you going to do with your money? Somebody going to be mad about what you did? If you win the Powerball or Mega Millions or something? Well, I mean, if you foundational Black American and in this space, probably so. But when generally speaking, no one's going to have anything to say about what you're doing because you're not telling everybody what you made. You know what I'm saying? But we have to just stay on course about this reparations. And if you don't understand that that's where we are, and for all those people who ran up there, oh, you're not American and this and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, there is a whole left side that should have enough support to be pushing Republicans to get something done for us because they get bipartisan bills pushed all the time. Why ain't there one for us if this is not a societal problem? This isn't a Donald Trump issue. White supremacy and racism and anti-Blackness is a complete American societal problem. And when I say American societal, it cannot be based on white supremacy without the white supremacists being at the forefront of that movement. So with that being said, Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Yes, indeed. Cult-like personality, thank you for the super chat again. MLK was not dreaming with that speech. White people want and minions, what say you about your propaganda game? Yeah, what say you about your propaganda game? For real. Real talk. Thank you again, cult-like personality. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you. And also for get that name right. There you go. Chris MC. Chris MC. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for the donations. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So once again, family, this has been the weekly wrap up. This is the first weekly wrap up of 2023. We are officially wrapping this one up. So with your collard greens and your sweet potatoes and your Kamala mac and cheese. Don't stop it. Can y'all? Oh, is there a little curry powder, a little turmeric in that mac and cheese there? Now, to be quite honest, I might put a little bit of turmeric in my greens, but it wouldn't be for taste. It would only be for, just the property of the, like, turmeric is a healthy little, give it a little dash of some health, not for taste. Like, we are not doing curry greens. A little dash of turmeric. No. If that's turning yellow, you're doing too much. Yeah, no, it's just healthy. Just healthy, So, yes, thank y'all so much. Once again, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Patreon, the 6 zeros at beatzillapdx official, and on Melanated People at Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And of course, you can also email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can do so by way of Cash App at Cash App $beatzillapdx. That is Cash App $beatzillapdx. And of course, we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZILLAMUZ. AK at PayPal. All right. So with that being said, we're about to get on out of here. Collard green samosas. Oh, Lord. Wait. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And it looks like the brother Tariq Nasheed is just now starting his Tariq Nasheed radio broadcast. So shoot, y'all can get a chance to because I'm sure he's still running his commercials as we're winding out our outro. So again, good evening of New Black Media. Hope y'all enjoy this. Appreciate all of y'all's support. And, like we always do around here, we keep our 3 smooth stones at the ready, but we already know that it really will only take 1. Because we're going to slang that stone of truth by faith. With that being said, y'all have a blessed, safe, prosperous weekend. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knocked out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.